tell me your familiar faces. 1,
3, 2, 1.
Shoot! It's life story day. Dang it, I didn't prepare. Just kidding, guys. I prepared, and today we are back with another banger life story. We are also here with some Rec Room background gameplay. And I forgot to mention last episode, guys, but one of my fellow friends and subscribers, Christina, her account is Withered FBI Agent, so you might see her in the comments. But she is the one who influenced me on getting this game. I actually recommend this game. It's so funny. And, sorry, I like fell there in the middle of talking. But I definitely would try it if I were you. It's a very funny game and just a good place to have fun with your friends and play some fun mini games and stuff. You guys can kind of, if you don't have the game, you can kind of get a feel of it. It's almost like a mix of Roblox and like just like a bunch of mini games basically, but it's really fun. You can build your own rooms and stuff and join other people's rooms and just do like role plays and stuff. Really funny game. But anyway, we are back with another life story today. You guys absolutely love the last life story, so I'm going to do another one today. Now, don't worry, the next video won't be a life story probably. It will probably be something else because I don't want to do too many life stories in a row. But I usually do a bunch of videos in a row just to get you guys kind of interested in the series. So if you ever notice me doing that, then that's why. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's life story. So, have you guys ever had an experience, whether you were trying to get to, like, someplace, like, you wanted to have fun at, or, like, you know, you were late to a doctor's appointment, or, like, you were trying to get to school or something where you were, like, on a time limit, and it just didn't work out for you? Well, that's the story I have for you today, guys. And basically, it's going to be a pretty funny one. We had like the most horrible luck this day with everything, getting to my doctor's appointment and back from my doctor's appointment. It was stressful in the midst of it, but as it was over, it was actually a pretty fun story. This life story is a true life story from my life. It happened, I think, like 1 or 2 years ago, maybe 3, maybe. Not too sure. But when I was younger, and I still am young, but when I was younger than what I am now, I seem to have just gotten sick repetitively. And turns out I actually had my tonsils out back in July, if you guys don't remember. And that's been the main problem of me getting sick so often. Is because of my tonsils, so finally got those out, so I probably won't get sick as often anymore. Yay. But besides that, this day, like I said, I forget if it was like 1, 2, or 3 years ago, but this day I had skipped school because the day before I was sick and I had skipped school, but I didn't go to the doctor's the first day I skipped school, so my mom made an appointment for the second day of school for me to miss, because I had like a very high fever, I think, or something. And the doctor's office is like 25-30 minutes away, in a neighboring city, and it really shouldn't take that long to get there, but every time we go to the doctor's office, it seems like it takes forever. And this one time that I'm about to share with you, literally, it took us about an hour and like 15 minutes to get there, when it should take like 25 minutes to half an hour, like I said before. And here are the reasons why. So, number one, no one really likes to go to the doctor's office, especially when you're sick. You just want to stay home and just relax, and you don't feel like, you know, getting dressed and going to the doctor's, and that's normal. But this day I really didn't feel like going, because I think like I had a really bad cough, and I don't know about you guys, but I hate coughs. Like, it's just so annoying to have to cough every 5 seconds. And you just feel so, like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling of being sick. Like, some people like being sick so they can skip school, but to be honest with you, I hate being sick. Like, I would just rather always be healthy and never have to worry about anything. But, like, I don't know, just the feeling of being sick is just so immense for me. I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but anyway, I just really didn't feel like going to the doctor's this day. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, for the first, like, I would say, like, 10 minutes of the ride, I was just kind of, like, sleeping or just kind of, like, you know, looking out the window, just trying not to focus on the fact that I felt sick. And I think I felt like I was going to throw up or something, because I do get car sick. I haven't gotten car sick in, like, 2 years, but I do get it sometimes, depending on, I think it's, like, depending on, like, how fast we're going or whatever. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, about 10, 12, 13 minutes into the ride, I keep noticing things, because like I said in the last life story, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty observant. Like, when I'm in the car, I actually, like, look out the window and stuff. Like, my friend that lives up the street, he doesn't know how to get to the grocery store. No offense, but he would need a GPS for that. But, I'm just saying, like, some people, I don't know why, but some people just don't look around. Like I said earlier, or last video, with the sidewalk, like, no one looks inside our store. And I get it, I understand, like, some people, you know, they're not always going to see the same things you see, but, I mean, at the same time, like, you should still look around at stuff. And, so, usually, I'm pretty observant, like I said, especially in the car. So, I was, you know, just looking out my window, just trying not to focus on the fact that I felt sick. And I kept noticing these red dump trucks full of, like, rocks or something pulling in front of us. And at first I didn't really, like, acknowledge it. I just thought, you know, they were headed somewhere. And I thought we were going, like, really fast. But then all of a sudden I just kind of, like, woke myself back up completely. And I was just, like, back to normal for a few minutes. I was feeling fine for a little bit. And I was asking my mom, like, why are we going so slow? And here, I look out the front windshield, and there's, like, 7 red dump trucks that are going, like, 20 miles an hour in, like, a 45 miles an hour zone. I don't know if you guys have ever had a similar situation to this, but it's so annoying. And it's one of those roads that's really flat, so you can, like, pass people if there's a dotted line in the middle. But every time we try to pass them, they would, more of them would, like, add to the line of dump trucks. It was just so amazing how many dump trucks there were in front of us. And I don't know where they all went, but eventually they just all disappeared. Like, I looked in front 1 minute and they were all there, and the next minute they were just gone. So, either they were going to a construction site or they were just happened to be a whole bunch of red dump trucks on the road at the same time. But, that's what slowed us down the most. And apart from that, like, on the way there, we had, like, 3 oversized load trucks. And I don't know if you guys know these, but, like, they're those trucks that have to drive super slow, and they have, like, the orange flags on them. And there's usually, like, 2 escort vehicles in front and behind. And they just have, like, the biggest load on the planet. It's just so big. And we got stuck behind a bunch of them. Luckily, we weren't behind them for too long. And I think we got stuck, yeah, we got stuck in one construction zone where they close off the one lane and you have to wait your turn to go. It felt like we were sitting there forever. And, of course, just as our luck gets any better, we get every red traffic light. Literally, like, every single red traffic light. It was the most insane thing ever. Like, we might have gotten 1 green traffic light, and there's probably about 23 traffic lights from my house to there. There could even be more. But other than that, like, I would say a solid 15 minutes of the ride was pretty good, minus a couple cars here and there that would get in front of us or whatever. And, like, we were about a block away from the doctor's office, and we got stuck behind a school bus that had, like, 7 stops on the same road. And it's one of those roads where it's like a one-way street, so you can't turn down like the other side streets. It's confusing to explain, but like we had to stay behind this bus like the whole way until we got to this one traffic light where we could turn. And that was just the most annoying part. And we finally get to the doctor's office, and like I said, it's like an hour and 15 minutes had gone by just being behind all this stuff. And I know it doesn't seem like we were behind them that long, but like if you could picture like driving your car behind like a herd of 50 elephants. And I mean, elephants, like when they walk they're pretty slow, but when they run they're pretty fast. But 50 elephants that are walking. So like you'd be going very slow, especially if they're all in a line and they're not just all over the road. But that's what it felt like basically. And on the way back it was even worse. So think about it this way. As much as I wanted to get home, because remember, I'm still feeling sick and whatnot, and, you know, it's not very pleasant when you're in a car and you just don't feel good. You just want to be home, laying in bed, sleeping, or, like, eating some soup. And my mom was nice enough to get me some Chick-fil-A. I don't know if she got me, like, a milkshake for my sore throat or something. But we got something from Chick-fil-A, and we got like 3 blocks into our drive away from the doctor's office, and we got stuck behind an old lady. And not to be rude, but it's one of those old people that literally wears those thick goggles to see what see where they're driving. And no offense to her, but like she just did not know how to drive. Like she was all over the road, wasn't using blinkers. Like her left front tire kept going over the yellow line, and she was just going super slow too. And down in that city, it's you can go a little bit faster than you can in some cities, and it was just incredible how slow she was going. We were laughing the whole time because she was just like, she just looked like she had no clue what she was doing. Probably shouldn't be driving on the road, and I know for a fact that everybody has seen a person like that on the road at least one time in their life so far. But besides that, we actually had a pretty smooth drive on the way home. Now, of course, we got stuck behind the same construction site again because we have to go past it to get home and go past it to get to the doctor's. So we got stuck behind that for a couple minutes, but that wasn't too bad. And then picture this. So you got a 3-way intersection, right? And you're like it's like the T intersection, the T's. So you're not the top of the T, like the flat part at the top of the T. You're the letter T. You're the part that goes up and down of the letter T. So you're on the part that goes up and down. The part that goes up and down is just a 2-lane road, and the part that goes right and left on top of the up and down part of the letter T is this really big 4-lane road. I actually have one of these intersections in my Minecraft city in front of the town hall. As you guys can see, I put a little diagram up on the screen about like 20 seconds ago, so if you guys want to skip back and like pause it to where I put that up, that kind of explains this story better. But let me finish this part of the story right now. So as I was saying, we were at the T intersection, and if you could look back to the diagram, it says gas on the right side of the T, and that's because there was a gas station there. And I also put another arrow that says location of truck. So basically, where we were at, our location, we were standing at the bottom of the T, like I was saying, in the car, obviously not standing, and this truck was going to turn left in front of us and come down past us and then turn left again into the gas station. It was a tanker truck filled with gas, and it was going to go and, pull in the gas station and fill the pumps up so that there can be more gas in there for people to buy. And we were sitting at the traffic light, and we had a red light, and there was only one other lady behind us. She was in like a small hybrid car, one of those tiny ones. And this guy, he's turning, and we realize suddenly he's not going to make the turn. We're going to get trapped underneath his truck, and his wheel's going to crush us. So, like, immediately, like, our adrenaline kicks. My mom reverses, like, as quick as she can. She's winds the window down. She's beeping the horn like you hear in those movies, like, when they're just, like, spamming it. And, like, beep, 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 beep. And then she winds the window down. She's yelling at him to stop, but he doesn't hear her because he doesn't have his window down. And finally, he looks in his mirror and realizes, oh, shit, I'm going to run over these people. And he immediately stops, and luckily we backed up in time because that lady, she was like on the edge of getting ready to hit us. Like, it was crazy. We almost backed up into her, but yeah, it was a very intense situation, but luckily we managed to get out of it. And we actually ended up talking to the driver, but yeah, he was just not paying attention. And pretty much after that, we didn't have any problems, but just what a crazy day. I know this story was a little bit elongated, but I just wanted to share every little detail with you guys. But yeah, it was really it was really stressful at parts. Like, after we left that truck driver, that was just, we didn't even know what to think, because like, if he would have ran over us, like, either number one, we would have exploded, number two, we would have been crushed, and number three, something else could have happened. So I don't even know. But that's going to be it for today's life story, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed. And if you have a similar story like this that you want to share, make sure to leave that down below in the comments, as always. And if you want me to continue life stories, make sure to leave a like. If you have any suggestions for me, let me know down below as well. But that's all for me. Happy Monday, Tuesday, whatever day it is for you. And I will see you guys in the next life story. See ya.